Hey folks, Mr. Basic here, and today I'm going to walk you through a patch I call Square Bear on the Minibrute in particular. Now this will be without effects, and if I ever use effects on a patch, I will walk you through those effects as well, and today we're not going to be running any effects on this. Now first of all, what's kind of the most important thing is that we're going to use a square wave. So we bring the square wave oscillator up. Contrary to many beliefs and rumors, you don't need to bring it up all the time. It doesn't make it better, and sometimes doesn't make it louder or more powerful at all. I like this because it starts with a controlled signal. Same thing with the sub oscillator. Bring the sub oscillator all the way up. But instead of using a sine on the sub oscillator, we'll switch it to square. So we've got a square wave sub oscillator, and we want that instead of being on one octave to go 2 octaves down on our sub oscillator. Right? So now we're going to work with the envelopes, because all we got is a click so far until we bring up our decay. Now I brought the cutoff to 50% because I don't like to kill people's ears by having it all the way up to start out. Even that's a little bit harsh. But so yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the decay all the way up, and we're going to emulate whatever we do on the amp filter, in this one at least, in the amp envelope, also to the filter envelope. So basically we're going to bring both decays up. What I do here is, in the case of the Minibrute, which its envelope is always going to be different than any other envelope that you use. They're all a little bit unique, but this will go up that first notch, the first bigger notch, right? And then same thing. So same thing with the sustain, up to that first notch, and we want the releases to be almost up to half, almost to 50%. And what we want to do with the filter envelope is just open up the attack, open up the sustain, open up the release just a tiny bit more after that, so that they're just opened up a little bit more than the amp envelope. And there we've got a really raspy, rattly sound, but we're not using, oh yeah, we are using it. So basically, this is without using the envelope, and we're using the envelope. We're going to bring the cutoff all the way down and bring the filter envelope up to 75%. Well, actually, no, it's up to plus 50% strength, not all the way, but halfway on the positive side. It's a little too soft, so basically what we're going to do is, now that we have our envelope amount that we want, we're going to bring the cutoff up to bring more rasp to it. And I could use the mod wheel to do it too, but that's more for performance. So I'm gonna bring the cutoff up to about 1/3. It's a little bit harsh. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take that kind of harsher growl, and we're gonna start working with the brute factor here. A little bit more. About halfway. That's rounding off the harmonics a little bit as it overdrives it. See how it squishes it? Bring the cutoff down a little bit to soften it. And that right there, with the glide up at 1/3. See, when we take the glide all the way down, this is what you get. Take the glide up a third. A little bit more animalistic, organic. And that's our square bear. And how about, as a little bonus, how about we go ahead and give it a little arpeggiation and jam out with the DFAM, since we can go ahead and hook up the DFAM here and bring our arpeggiator, bring a gate signal out and have that advance the clock in our DFAM. And then basically what that does is that makes the tempo of the arpeggiator the same as the DFAM. So here we go. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.